Hello and welcome to the Taccion Mind. I'm Brandy. I'm glad to have you here. This is going to be a channeling session with some cards at the end. Just really kind of testing out my audio and video and seeing how everything is looking to you guys while giving you a message. So we're going to go over in the beginning of the video some channelings that I received for the month of May, but also could move into June or could resonate anytime, really. That is definitely going to be dealing with what you feel like is resonant to you. And then at the end of the session, we're going to pull some cards, okay? So I received some information. There was some situations where birds were flying extremely close to me. There was also this situation where a hawk flew very close to me, like right within my eye line. It looked me dead in my eye. It had a red beak, very close, kind of reached out and touched me, you know. I felt the wind off from it. Um, I also noticed an abandoned nest on the right side of the porch light, which was interesting to me because it was like there was this more operant opportunity that the bird felt like was better. So it did abandon the nest. So some of you might feel like you're getting your wings back. Some of you might feel like you're getting some expansion or movement where you felt like you were very stuck. Some of you might abandon a situation that you thought was the end all be all because you see something better suited for your situation. Okay. Um, I also had this incident where this little bird, I found this little bird and I thought maybe it had a broken wing. Um, I was very kind to it. I put it in my sound bowl case and put like a soft blanket down in there. It showed me its right wing twice, which was interesting. So there's something in the channeling with the right wing of mindful action. So, you know, being very mindful about the actions that you're taking right now because of the manifestation, right? Or creating action that is the best action possible. I got the number 11, so I got opposition or the communicator. Um, I was getting a lot of oppositional energy between like summer and winter and like time zones and whatnot like that. So there was a little bit of stuff there. So time zones could be a significant thing for you, and you'll know if that resonates for you. Maybe you're doing an interview and you're in a different time zone or something like that. Um, I also got very clearly the effort to love is never failure, regardless of the physical outcome. Um, some of you guys will be asked to honor the finality of a situation and honor your own compassionate action. Recognize your compassionate action within this, even if there is a loss. Okay. Even if there is a loss, gentleness and love was present because you were present. All right. I got the word star. It talks about situation, task, action, and result. So some of you guys um might resonate with that. Also, something I got was alien intelligence. Okay, that was a big thing that was coming through. Now, what is alien intelligence? It can be a multifaceted meaning. Just anything that you're not familiar with would be considered an alien intelligence. Now, of course, it can get a little bit more depth, okay, compared to, or, depending on where you're coming from, like perspective wise and what you believe and stuff like that, okay? I also got this channeling for the limits of control and duality of life. Um, I got that, and then I've got the power of compassion and choice. That's something that come through in the channeling as well. Some of you served as a compassionate vessel, or you're going to, in this next phase of life here, this next phase of your journey, going to serve as a compassionate vessel. Um, You'll provide peace and comfort in a situation, okay? Some of you might specifically be dealing with people who are souls in transition, okay? That's not going to resonate for everyone. I also got 4444. So I think that you're being supported as you proceed forward in some sort of a big change. Definitely like guardian energy creators with you. I've got the number 1366. All right. So new beginnings, instinct, what that is, what that means for you, how you communicate, and the communication with creator, spirit, that you're supported by a higher energy. And then the nurture or empathic energy. And I think that people are going to see you and hear you differently. I think that your presence is different. It's definitely noticeable. And something that's changed from the inside is changing on the outside. And it's like not ignorable. Okay. So I feel like there's a lot of physical and spiritual type of energy going on right now as well. And like instinct, intuition, spirituality. Some of you might have noticed like some visual disturbances. Now, I'm always going to tell you get checked out by your doctor, but like if you've noticed some specific visual disturbances, it's like a download or something's changing or shifting in the way that you perceive information. Okay. There's something specifically with peace, and anything that's been sort of repressed could erupt. So be careful with that situation. Um, I feel like for some of you, there's going to be evolution in like who you connect with, maybe like who you partner with or you choose to partner with. And then there'll be some sort of a purpose realignment. Like if you was doing something and it wasn't the way that it was supposed to be, I feel like that's definitely going to shift and change, and you'll see how it becomes something completely different. So let's go ahead and pull some cards and see what we can get out here and see what we're dealing with, okay? Using my personal authored deck here. Always got to use my deck. We've got the Awakener, Uranian energy here on the board. Not surprised with, Uranus moving into Gemini. All right. Transcendent perspective here. Like you're going to see something different. Something's new. Something is shifting, changing to a new way. It's outside of the box. It's in a different way than what you thought it could be. All right. Maybe you will partner with someone who is much different, or partner in a way that's much different than what you previously dealt with. I have creativity, structure, good karma coming back to you. I'm getting the number 4 again. 4 is significant for foundations and stability for you, I feel like. Lots of 4s on the board. Some of you may have dealt with a situation where you've had to restabilize your energy after death, sex, or some sort of like financial debt here. I feel like you're trying to create structure around something that feels a little better, feels a little bit more free here. Definitely fire energy. You're feeling like that air and fire energy pretty strongly. I just heard you get your wings back for some of you. 10 of Pentacles. All right. Where you felt like you weren't super stable at one point here, you might find that you're moving into something really stable. And I think it's coming in suddenly. I'm not saying it's like something you don't expect, because you've definitely or certainly put in action towards this. I really feel like there's a huge transformation and change that's coming for you. Look at that. It's a yes from Creator here. You made a decision, or there's like good karma. I told you earlier, there's like good karma coming back around for you. Something you deserve here. Your hard work's being acknowledged. Sudden shift though. I mean, it's definitely noticeable. Yeah. Action. Told you. So I feel like for you, there is some sort of expansion that's occurring because of some sort of action. I don't know if you were just tired of a situation or you're like, I'm going for this, and you did that. Um, and it motivated you to do something. I think like maybe you've been looking at a situation where you could provide more stability because there's a lot of shared assets going on. I think that maybe you might have kids or you might have a family situation where the structure is asking like, what can you bring to the situation? And is this making you happy? Is it time to transition and change something? Like I've got the world here. Like just the way that something's been going, it hasn't been going well, and it's like you're in an energy right now, where you can really like manifest from a sense of like presence in the heart and being true to who you are. Lots of air. I can see why I was getting all the channeling of the birds because there's a lot of air here. There's a lot of movement, a lot of fast movement. And when you're talking about this kind of air movement, it's a lot fast. Make sure that you're grounding yourself, make sure that you're resting, and make sure that you're taking care of your you know, energy, your nervous system, because you can get really wore out, especially with Aries, go hard or go home. Um, I think that you're getting some sort of blessing. There's some sort of blessing here that's coming your way, and the idea of or the energy of good karma, and it brings in a massive shift in stability. It's done in a way that is completely different than what you had anticipated. I think your aspirations have changed. You're starting to go after some sort of a goal or go after something here that's much more free, much more fun, much more flowing into your life. Maybe you're opening a business here from home with fourth house here, or you're sharing your home as you create from your home and you're creating some structure here. So it's possible that that's definitely what it is. So huge transitions. As they write it out, I like this. Trust your intuition. I told you in the beginning of the reading what I got here, and I'm being beckoned to say it to you again, and I'm going to. The effort to love is never a failure, regardless of the physical outcome. Okay. I love you guys, and until I see you again, hopefully you got something from this. Let me know what you think about the audio and the video, but until I see you again, stay in your tachyon mind. Peace.